makeup. It's beautiful. I think it's like maybe 67 degrees. It's a little chilly, so we've got a hot beverage. This contour I use, honestly, it's a bronzer. I always feel like I'm too white for a contour, but also I've never purchased one, so who knows. So I just take my little buffing, angled, densely packed brush, and I just work right in the hollow points, bring it up into my hairline. Guys, this blush that I showed on my second vlog or whatever, I have used it probably 7 times now, and I'm obsessed with every single shade. So I think I'm going to dip into, this is the one I've used the least, but I'm feeling a little dramatic today, and we need blush. To pick up a little bit of this one. Okay, this is one of my favorites. It's Physicians Setting Spray 24 Karat. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I just do a fine mist. And I grab my beauty blender and I follow back, set everything that I don't want to move, which is pretty much my whole face. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to do my brows on camera. I am blind as a bat, so bear with me. I just use powder. I've never used a pencil or like, what is it, that gel that you apply with an angled brush. So I'm literally just taking the powder and just blending it into my hairs. And when I first start, I make my hard angles by going directly at my brow like this. I go directly in and start making and drawing out my frame. And then I just start filling in the same direction. And then I turn my brush and go in and blend back and forth. I want dark, 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 medium, and then very light out this way. And I just usually take it and just make my line here. Sometimes I'll turn it kind of upside down and flick the wrist up to create hair strokes, but I like a very gradient brow, so I don't know. Then I follow over top of that with, this is just Maybelline, it's like a brow mascara, a little wand. Perfect, love her. Brush out that brow. Honestly, my second brow always looks different than the first one, but who cares? As long as it is a shaped brow, that's all I care about. eyebrows, let's do a little bit of eyeshadow moment. I am really enjoying this eyeshadow palette because, again, glittery, fun, whatever things in life is my jam. Baby's taking a nap and hubby's taking a nap, and I am enjoying it. It's really nice to just have, you know, down quality time for yourself that you usually don't get. And what do I want to do? I want to sit on the patio and do my makeup. I'm enjoying it. Currently, I'm just using these 3 brushes, and I use this one for my inner corner and like brow bone highlight, or if I want to like pack any kind of like glittery shadow onto my eyelid. And then this one I use to pack color into the crease and keep it very consolidated into the crease. And then this one I use to slowly start buffing and blending out colors. I do try to make sure that they're all clean before I pick them up and put them in the pan. Maybe you'll hear the birds more. I am enjoying the birds. Okay, so going into my Sweet Talk Color Pop, I am going to start with this guy all over the lid. Literally not being careful where it's being placed, just getting it everywhere. And just so all of you know, I specialize in hair. I'm an artist, so I think I'm good at makeup, but also I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do your makeup. If you want to do your foundation before you do your eyes, go for it, girl. Like, there is no right or wrong way on creating your look for the day. So now I'm going to go in with this guy here and just really dip into it softly, and I'm going to go directly into the hollow point of my crease, right. And I'm going to go directly in. You see that? And I'm going to start to carve out my eye, working in tiny little side sweeps and long oval strokes. Just dip into the pan and pack it into that crease. We don't really, we're not being neat or anything. We're just building that color in the crease. Then start to drag that color down to your lash line and pack it on. And over to the other side. A clean brush. Just windshield wiper movement right in that crease. We're just buffing out what we just packed on, and then on that same brush I'm going to pick up that light color that we placed all over our lid right here, and I'm going to take that on the edge, on the outer edge of that color, and slowly melt the two together. Picking up our densely packed brush again, going in. So we have that on our lid, we have this in our crease, and now I'm going to take this and start packing it in that outer corner and the outer corner crease right here, where we want it to be darker and a little more densely packed. I'm not going to move it around much. It's going to stay in this general area. And then, using the same brush, I'm going to pick up this guy. I'm also going to keep that very densely packed in that same area right here. Clean, fluffy big brush right there. And we're gonna go back to that last shade before the dark one. So we just used this one. We're gonna go back to this. We just used this one in the crease. We're gonna go back to this one. And I'm going to dip into that, and I'm going to keep it small right there. Just blend whatever feels right. And I will continue to take this back and forth, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, until I have the blended amount of depth and lightness that are very seamlessly blended, if that makes any sense. Picking up that very light shade from our all over lid. When you do this, it makes sure that all colors have no harsh ends or beginnings. You're just going in and buffing and blending everything out. Okay. Let's see. I usually use a different brush for this, but all my other brushes are in Jasmine's room, so taking my brow brush that I just freshly cleaned, and I'm going to dip into that second color that we did right here, and I'm going to take that directly to my waterline. And just drag it to the middle of my eye. Again, not being super cautious about where or what it's doing right now, just getting it on there. Picking up the darkest shade that we've used and staying right in the corner. Picking up our very small, densely, not the smallest, the medium-sized, densely packed brush, making sure it's clean, dipping into the medium light color and buffing it out. Medium light color meaning this guy in the top middle right here. Just picking a little bit on the tip of my brush. Merging, blending, buffing. The very lightest shade. Being generous, blending on that line and dragging it down, up and down. I'm going to go on my inner corner with this guy right here. I like to stay in the corner and then almost like do a small roll and like a light little flick. Picking up that same exact color, we're gonna go on our eyebrow bone right at the peak. I'm gonna pack it here. Pack and follow very, very softly out. I never really drag it in. I always just pack right at the arch and then just softly pull it to the end of your tail, of your brow. Okay, so now I guess all we have left to do is for mascara. Like I said, I'm feeling very dramatic. I don't want to put a star. I think I do want to put a star. I think I do want a star. A little shooting star. She's cute. So honestly, my top favorite product that we used today would probably be, without a doubt, my ColourPop Super Shock Cheat 19K3 highlighter. I love it. And I love it layered on top of the Revolution that we used. I like this one because it's closest to my skin tone, I feel like, and it just gives like a really beautiful glow, but this like blinds the universe. Okay, take a Q-tip, we brushed away all of the mascara. 575. It is Brown Blush. Telling you, I can't see. I just can't. Okay, I'm sure somewhere out here, someone is watching and laughing at me struggle so hard to make these videos. I'm great at creating things, but I'm not tech savvy.